Hello there everybody, Jordan back again with another video, and today is going to be a ranking video of the Strangers franchise. Now this was a pretty rough franchise to watch, guys. There is 5 movies here with an original film, a sequel and a planned trilogy, which we finally got the back end of just this weekend gone. So I decided to come on here and rank them all from worst to best. I have actually reviewed all of the movies in this franchise, so if you guys want to go and check out my full in-depth reviews, I'll leave them in the link down below, along with some other rankings that I've done in the past. Got Terrifier, Evil Dead in there. Yeah, there's quite a few, so if you guys are interested, go and check that out. And don't forget to leave your ranking of this franchise down below in the comments. I only think there's one good movie here, guys, and I think it's a pretty good movie as well. I really do think it stands out above the rest. The other 4, I mean, you could pretty much interchange them. I mean, I might watch this all again and it might look different, but this is just going off my past viewing. And this is just my ranking, guys, so if you disagree, that's fine. Like I said, leave your ones down below. So let's get into it now. The worst movie in the Strangers film series in 5th place. Number 5 is going to be The Strangers Chapter 2. Now, this goes at the bottom of the pile for unoriginality. This is one of the most bizarre movies I think I've ever seen, because they had this planned trilogy and they decided that this second movie was going to be the most stopgap movie of all time, where this is basically just seeing our survivor of Maya, played by Madeline Pesh, from the first movie, or Chapter 1 should I say, being chased for 90 minutes because she got away in the first film and the strangers are on her tail, and she's running through an abandoned hospital at the start. Well, it seems abandoned. She's actually in the hospital with about 1 person working there, which didn't make sense to me. The strangers infiltrate that. Then it goes on to like this woods type scenario where they're chasing her through the woods, and then she's going through a few houses towards the end. And it just felt like one big long chase scene that could have been done in a 10-minute segment in any other slasher movie. We also get a lot of other side characters who, virtually everyone in this film is a red herring, where they're in her face going, yeah, what are you running from? And they're just acting really weird towards her when they're just asking her the most simple questions. And it's trying to throw the viewer off that these people might be the strangers here and there. And I just don't think this movie done a very good job of anything it tries to execute. The only positive here is Madeline Pesh, to be honest. I think she is definitely the strongest thing that's come out of the recent Strangers trilogy, and I think she deserves to be in better horror movies. So hopefully she gets that going forward. There's also this wild boar scene in the middle of the film that is just totally bizarre. We're meant to be having the strangers track her down and chase her, and we've got this segment where she's taking on this wild CGI boar. That's when I turned to my wife in the cinema and just whispered quietly, they've got no idea what they're doing here. So, unfortunately, The Strangers Chapter 2 was an absolute dud, where I actually thought that we may elaborate more after getting that first film out the way, and the ideas might start to come through to fruition, but it just shows they had zero idea what they were doing here. Next up, we do have the new kid on the block, The Strangers Chapter 3, and this really did feel like they didn't have a planned trilogy at all, and they were just writing the script as they were filming the movie, because there is just a lot of random things happening here that do not make sense. The main actress in this movie, Madeline Pesh, who has been the most positive thing about this trilogy, is watching as family relatives are basically being murdered in front of her and she's doing nothing about it. It just didn't make sense. The strangers think that she is actually going to join them for some bizarre reason, because she killed one of the strangers in the last movie, so that gives her this killer instinct in their minds. But really, it just doesn't make any sense, because why would she do that after they have took everything from her? Guys, this was a mess. I don't like the whole writing of this movie. There is things happening here with the village people and everything that just are bizarre, that they think that these strangers are going to get away with this because the whole town is in it, but not one person is going to go outside the town and tell the authorities and put a stop to this damn thing. There's a whole load of reveals that we kind of seen coming from the first movie. The kills are lame. There's just nothing here, guys. The only reason it's above chapter 2 is because it tried to do something with the reveals and a little bit of the backstory there of how the strangers came to be what they are through their teenage years and everything. Yeah, I just watched this, and at the end I was like, what the hell was the point in that trilogy? So that is chapter 3 in 4th place. Coming in 3rd place is going to be the original Strangers movie, and this might be a big surprise to some, but I've never been a fan of this film. In fact, I really don't like the movie at all, which says a lot about Strangers chapter 2 and 3, that it's actually in 3rd place. But like I said, I could watch these all again and this could be last. I know a lot of people love this movie and think it's a work of genius. I don't think that at all. I think it's one of the most overrated horror movies, if not the most overrated horror movie I think I've ever seen. This has 2 unlikable protagonists who are I could barely watch on screen, Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, who are basically just arguing from the start of the movie, and their relationship is on the rocks, and that just brings a real unlikable personality to both of them, because Liv Tyler feels like this little bit of a selfish woman, and Scott Speedman feels like this weak dude who bows down to everything she says. He is emotionless throughout the entire film. Even when they are in dangerous scenarios, he is just basically has the most wooden acting you will ever see. Liv Tyler is trying to be all cutesy like she is in every single film. Here she's like saying to her boyfriend all the time, James, where are you, James? And she does this in every single movie I watch her in. If you remember The Incredible Hulk, she's saying to Bruce, Bruce, where are you, Bruce? And doing this thing with her lips. I don't think she's a good actress. I've never liked Liv Tyler. She's okay in Lord of the Rings. Everything else I watch her in, I can't stand her, to be honest. I think she just is in love with herself. And when I see her in movies, the way she does this little adorable act that she's doing, I know a lot of people will disagree with that. That's just the way I see it in a lot of the movies I see her in. There are jump scares that are telegraphed left, right, and center in this movie. I will give it that it was a cool original idea, even though it's a home invasion movie that's trying to be a lot creepier than other home invasion movies. The lighting is fine. A lot of the lighting in these movies is good. With the strangers coming out the shadows and everything, the strangers do look awesome. But I was just bored throughout this movie, guys. It's above the other 2 films for its originality. But that's about it. I probably dislike them equally the same. So that is The Strangers. In 2nd place is going to be The Strangers Chapter 1. And this is basically the same movie as The Strangers. But what I will give this film to put it above the original Strangers film is that the 2 main protagonists are a lot more likable than Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. You got Madeline Petty here making her little debut in this trilogy with her boyfriend. And they are very much in love, these 2 characters. And they're just nice to be around. They're more likable. You know, you want them to get out of these scenarios where I just didn't care what happened to them 2 characters in the original film. I know I'm comparing it a lot here, but it basically is the same movie. So God knows why they thought they had all these grand ideas when they're just remaking the original film. And I think it's a little bit better paced because we're waiting around in the original movie for so many things to happen. Here, it's amped up a little bit. It seems to flow a bit better. We have the whole first 10 minutes exploring this town and everything. So it's not all set in the one location. And yeah, like I said, it just has better scares and everything. You know, they're not too telegraphed like the original film. But overall, guys, it's the same damn movie. There's not too much more to say apart from I like the protagonists a hell of a lot more than I do in the original film, which gets me through this one a little bit better there. But in 1st place is going to be The Strangers Prey at Night, and this movie is way too good to be sitting in the same group as all those other 4 films, because I think this movie is absolutely awesome. I remember watching all these films and all I could think about was, Why isn't this as good as Pray at Night? This is the most fast-flowing, entertaining, adrenaline-pumping movie out of them all by a mile. We have so many great scenarios in this film where it takes place in this trailer park, which is a great setting, and characters are basically led to these different parts of it. There's a moment where we have a super great jump scare where our main protagonist, Kinsey, is hiding in this little cylinder, and one of the strangers just comes out of the darkness there. We've got that whole pool scenario where it's all lit up, neon and everything. And that's another great thing about this movie, guys. The lighting is exceptional. It all just works. It's fantastic. I know a lot of the movies here are lit up well. This is by far the best. I like the core group of characters, especially the main protagonist, Kinsey, who always looks terrified. I mean, it's a real convincing performance that she is so scared of these characters, but she takes the fight to them as well, so you really do get behind her. I really like the brother and sister sort of protective scenario that's going on here, where them two are working together to take on the strangers. I think the Scarecrow character is probably at his best here, swinging that axe left, right, and center. It's a wonderful movie, and a great third act as well, where we have this little sort of chase scene here and there. The music is fantastic as well. It's got a great score. It's almost Carpenter-esque, but it's also got a great soundtrack where the strangers are playing music outside the house in their little car stereos to antagonize the victims. And everything just works in this film. It's about 83 minutes long, I believe. Or was it like 79 minutes? It's not a long movie at all, guys, and it absolutely flies by. I love it each more time that I watch it. The Strangers Pray at Night is incredible. So definitely watch that one, guys. If you've seen these other movies and you're put off by watching this, just ignore all them, because this movie is incredible. So that is The Strangers Pray at Night in first place. Okay, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave your ranking down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please do let me know. And don't forget to check out all my reviews of The Strangers, which will be in the playlist down below, along with some other rankings, guys. If you like this video, please give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. It really helped me out. You all take care, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.